Hey everyone, how's it going? Grizzly Bear here with another Team Fortress 2 gameplay commentary. Today playing as some class on some map, not really sure, not watching the gameplay, I haven't even got it yet, but we've got some exciting news to talk about today, and that is there's more information on End of the Line. So before I get into this, it is not from the mouth of James McVinney. It's really more speculation than anything else, but there is a little bit of evidence to back it up. So let's kind of get started here. A few days ago, someone noticed McVinney in a password protected server, which, okay, it doesn't really sound that suspicious. He could be doing anything in there, you know, but here's the kicker. Nobody had heard of the map that he was playing on. So, of course, everybody gets all excited, you know, assuming it's end of the line stuff, and there's a pretty high chance that it actually is. And that's the good news. A map is in development and it's being tested. Now, for the bad news, the map's name was CP Snowplow A1. So, okay, what's the big deal there? It's just a map name, you know? Well, if you're familiar with mapping and the iterations that a map goes through, you know that A1 stands for Alpha 1, which means this is the first version of that map. And to add to that, most maps take months to get right, and when I say months, I mean like 6 or more. And there are some exceptions, of course, being King of the Hill and Arena maps, but as noted in the file name, this is a control point map. But before you guys get all bummed out thinking that's going to be half a year before this update is released, I want to give you this small little glimmer of hope. So Tim Johnson, or YM Yumi, those are the names that he goes by online, the creator of Pvhud and the winner of the Art Pass contest a few years ago, is the person making this map. And this information isn't really confirmed, but he did post a screenshot on Reddit, and it shows the folder containing CP Snowplow, so that is encouraging because he is a very experienced mapper who is able to get a lot of work done in a short amount of time. For example, here are a few screenshots of his 72-hour payload map from this year's 72-hour mapping contest. So all of this right here that you're seeing right now was done in 72 hours, the design, the detailing, all of it. So it is very impressive what he's able to get done in such a short amount of time. Not only that, but part of the reason map development takes so long is the testing. So unless you're part of a really active community that loves to test maps, it's unlikely that you're going to be able to test a map more than once or twice per week. Even on TF2maps.net, which does map tests all the time, it's very rare to get more than 2 tests on your map per week. However, since this is going to be part of a big official update, you can expect they will be playtesting the heck out of this map, trying to get it perfect. So that means, you know, it's going to go through a lot of testing in a short amount of time, which means the map will be able to get finished sooner. So let's kind of talk about the map a bit. Like I mentioned before, this map is control point, so that leaves open all sorts of speculation, but we have reason to believe the map will not be a standard game mode. McVinney confirmed the map will have a train in it, and I don't think he just meant one in the background, you know, just for looks. I'd be willing to bet that the train is going to play a very large part in this map, probably being the centerpiece, so it's unlikely that it's going to be a 5 CP map. I'm leaning more towards attack and defend, and it makes sense, you know, because from the trailer, it looks like blue sends a train hurling towards red, and they have to stop it. So that itself might be what this map is going to be about. Blue has to escort a train to a certain location, and red has to stop them, and I don't have a clue how that's going to play out, but like I mentioned before, I doubt it will be a standard game type. Maybe there will be generators or some sort of power supply that supplies the train, and red will have to take those out before the train stops. I'm not sure, but if they stick to the film, it's going to have to be something similar to that. Then again, maybe I'm completely off track and it's an MVM type game mode where all the players are on a team and they have to stop the train. A train isn't really big enough to accommodate more than a few players, so I don't think any gameplay will actually take place inside. And looking at the trailer, that train is really booking it, so I'm assuming it's going to have to be slowed down in the game mode, whatever it's going to be. But I would say we have at least 1 month left, which is kind of what people are predicting anyway. YM is a pretty fast mapper, but it really does come down to what McVinney said earlier. If anything created for the update is not up to their or Valve's standards, it's not going to be included. So I'd imagine that the mapper is taking his time with this and trying to make sure it is the best it can be, and I guarantee it's going to go through multiple iterations before we even see it. I'm super excited though, and I'm sure everyone involved is going to be working their hardest to make sure this update is amazing, and hopefully it goes well enough that Valve will consider doing something like this again in the future. I would love to see that. But that's all I have for you guys today, so let me know what you think about this new piece of evidence that we have. Do you think the community is overreacting and it's nothing, or do you believe that it is end of the line? I'd love to hear your opinions, so please leave those in the comments below. And I've got nothing else to say, so I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.
This is Heavy Weapons Guy. Thank you for watching Grizzly Berry. Now click that little yellow button. Ha ha!